Welcome back, everyone, to the final credits. And this week we had a little bit of homework that we all wanted to take part in. That was, of course, not fully. I may have turned in half a paper at least once or twice in my time. But at this point, we're all going to talk about the movie that came out on Hulu called Quasi. This is, of course, the new movie made by Broken Lizard. You may have seen Club Dread, Beer Fest, Super Troopers, and now they have Quasi to add to their repertoire. And from what I've seen of this movie up until like the three-quarter part of it, I thought it was decent. I thought it was good. It wasn't as good as like
Grim,
Super Troopers or yes.
Just be honest with everyone and tell everyone how much it sucked, because this movie was horrible.
No,
it was not funny horrible at all. I did not chuckle. I did not go hee hee, ha ha, or anything in between.
I hee heed. I didn't laugh out loud. I didn't roll on the floor like how I did with Super Troopers or Beer Fest, but this was
disappointed.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing. It wasn't terrible, but I expected more.
You know what it is? I'm not like a big Broken Lizard guy. I know I need to watch Super Troopers. I'm probably gonna lose like 10 more subscribers for that. You know what it's like? They have a very I know they have a very like Monty Python, or they attempt to have like a Monty Python-esque comedy style. And the thing is, like, I didn't find this movie not funny. I thought it was like, it was a very basic movie. It just like, the plot was like kind of simple. The jokes were kind of simple. It was just, a lot of it was predictable. But like, I feel like their comedy in general is, like I said, like Monty Python-esque, where it's geared towards like what I like to call comedy geeks, and those do exist. Where like there are people that like watch movies and they try to break apart like the jokes, the timing, the dialogue. It's usually dialogue heavy type of like humor. And it doesn't, it'll either hit with you because you're like into that type of stuff, or it won't, because like you'll just, a casual person will like watch it and think like, okay, like a little bit of a chuckle there, here and there. It's nothing, like making me roll on the floor laughing or anything like that. And I feel like this movie was kind of like embodying that a lot. It was just like a lot of basic by the books humor, dialogue heavy humor that like you just need to know, or to have that intuition to like laugh at things that are like perfectly timed, perfectly said, all that stuff. And either you like it or you don't. I was kind of in the middle. I kind of agree more with Big Grim that it's it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't like a complete train wreck, but it didn't do I didn't regret my time watching it. It was a nice little like hour and a half of cheap laughs here and there. But I think it had its strengths. It wasn't completely weak, in my opinion.
I guess I liked it the most out of the four of us then. It did have their trademark classic shock value humor. The plot was a bit all over the place, but let's be honest, we're not watching it for the plot. One thing I did like a lot was that the main core 5 guys that make up Broken Lizard each had a dual role, a major role and a minor role. with the guy who played Quasi played the jester that kept getting tortured.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's actually interesting.
The guy who played the king was also the bartender.
Yes, the owner of the bar.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Why didn't I pick that up?
The best friend was the king's right-hand man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't know. Like,
they were saving actors. That's what it was. They saved a lot.
Probably.
The MVP character of the movie was Michelle, who
kept growing.
so
such a stupid character.
I love him.
Was he the one that was supposed to be hiding behind the bush, but he was too tall for the bush? So
yes.
It was. Like humor like that was not hitting with me, because I was like, I guess I'm supposed to be laughing at this, but I'm not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the whole time I'm looking at it, I'm watching, and I'm just like, where's the funny part? Where's the funny part? Where's my chuckle? Where's my giggle? Where's like, I just want to go hee just even once. I think there was only like one joke in there, and it was like towards the beginning when they were like, "Oh, this guy, Quasi created your best torture weapon." He's like, "Oh, my mother-in-law." Like that was like probably the only funniest thing that I was like, "Ha, okay."
I kind of enjoyed the rivalry between the King of France and the Pope, how they were both trying to use Quasimodo to kill one another. And they had that random throwaway line that they were lovers in college.
See, oh wait, actually, so like that's what I'm just realizing from you saying that, like that's what I'm actually disappointed in this movie. That I was expecting more humor surrounding like parallels between what they were telling in that story and like what's wrong with like our society today. Like, like what the Pope might be doing wrong in that story versus like what the church is doing wrong in real life and all that. We didn't really. I was expecting that type of like parallel humor that we just didn't get at all, and like I think that's why things fell flat with this movie because they had potential with that and they just didn't go through with it.
The narrator at the beginning of the movie kind of says it outright, like they were all freaking corrupt. It's medieval times France. What do you expect? And
you can argue they're all corrupt today too.
Oh, very true.
Also true.
Yeah. But I thought, and you guys might disagree, but like the character of Quasi was stronger than I was expecting him to be. I thought he was going to be like
he was literally in every scene. In every scene, he was in it.
Yeah, no, this was his movie for sure. But like his character, I felt like was more capable. Like I guess I was coming from like Hunchback of Notre Dame, thinking that he was just like going to be complete outcast. Like he was actually like he had friends, he had support in the town versus being a complete reject and like Hunchback of Notre Dame or like the actual story itself. So I was like,
well, remember, Johnny,
I actually kind of like that a little bit because at least it wasn't.
Remember, Johnny, because he was ridiculed in the very beginning of the movie. He had vegetables thrown at him and everything, and then the second that the plot envelops, they all forgot about it. Yeah, Quasi is our best friend now. Yay! Like you were chucking lettuce at this man for existing moments ago.
I think they just wanted to tie it. They just wanted to tie it to the original story somehow. But that's the thing too. Like in the original, like the actual Notre Dame story, he was like his whole thing was that he was isolated. He was by himself. He didn't have contact with any human beings other than like like Frollo. In this case, he has a job with coworkers and he has friends.
I was going to say,
drinking.
except with this one,
he gets with.
He has a non-best friend. He's like, well. You're actually closer to the city, and I need help with my rent and everything. So
so like part of me actually liked that spin on this character, but it was just the whole thing was just it was a weird movie.
I thought that best friend is he my best friend or not? No, we're just hut mates. We live close to work. I feel like that was a little corny, but it had its funny moments along with the King and the Pope trying to kill one another.
The second time, pancakes, because they tried to make that the running joke, and I'm like. Not hitting, boss. I'm sorry.
It was such a bad running joke. Like there was a lot of running jokes in this, but they were bad. Like
they ran away. That was
did not stick to that landing. It's just like they kept trying, and it's like, oh, at this point it might work, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope. Sorry.
And the one scene I wanted to throw acid in my eye was that love scene between the Queen and Quasi. Oh my god! And they found out like they were cousins. Oh, let's have incest in this movie.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're cousins. Oh, we definitely got to get with each other now. I'm like, oh shit, okay, they're really gonna go that direction. Alrighty then. It was just the whole thing was just weird.
It's okay that you didn't see that part.
Oh yeah, sorry, Big Graham.
Cool. I mean,
spoiler alert. Well, you know what? Now it's good that you know because now you can avoid that part because you don't want to watch it.
And with that, what do you guys think of Quasi? Let us know in the comments below. Put all your things in the doobly-doo. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Okay, roll credits. I'm out.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.